Free WooCommerce Product Filter Plugin Tutorial, Filter Everything tutorial. In this video, we're going to be talking about WooCommerce and how you can simply go ahead and filter your products in the easiest and most simplest way possible. And I'm going to be going through this in great detail, and we're going to be talking about it to its full crux. Okay, so to start things off, what we're going to be doing is we're going to come over ahead to our plugins page, because in the plugins we're going to add the filter everything plugin, because that is what we need for this central. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to come over to our plugin section. So here are our plugins. I'm going to open it up. You're also going to make sure that your WooCommerce has proper products and categories so you can add in filters. But relatively, you're going to come here to the search bar, and here we're going to search and filter everything. Okay, now once you add that in, you're going to search that up, and here you have filter everything. So once you have that, you're going to open it up, and once you open it up, it says filter everything, product filter, and WordPress filter. Okay, so you can add universal filters, any type, filter any post types, supports any filtering criteria, and supports every type of product filters. Okay, and the best part about this is that it gives you capabilities to add its very own page builders, edit it as you like, and you can add as many widgets as you want. Okay, and it's also totally free. So what you're going to do is you're going to simply come over here to install and activate, and we're going to do that. Now, as you can see, it sets up the proper plugin installation. And for that, here you are. It says your site is more powerful than ever now. So what we're going to do over here is we're going to go over ahead back to plugins. And once you come over back to plugins, from here, what you're going to be doing is you are going to go ahead to your filter everything page. Okay, so once we are here, we're going to go over to filter everything by searching it up in our installed plugins. So once we go over to our installed plugins over here, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure to search up filter everything. And once you come over to install plugins, we're going to search filter everything up. And here we have filter everything. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to come to this section. You're going to click on add filters. Okay. So once you click on add filters, it brings you over here. So it says add a filter set for yourself, okay? Because adding a filter set is really necessary and important. So I'm going to add a title. I'm going to call this the product filter, okay? So we're going to go ahead and write product, okay? Once we do that, it says post type to filter. Select the proper post type that you think you will need to filter in. So I'm going to go ahead to post, and we're going to go to products, okay, because that is what we're creating a proper filter for. So once you go over to your products section, what you are going to do now is you're going to click on add filter. So I'm going to click on add filter. Now it says filter by. So you can add different things like type, categories, product type, visibility. Then you have custom fields as well with post date, post author, etc. So I'm going to go over to categories, and we're going to add a new filter. So let's say winter. Okay, that is something we're going to add. And you could add a variable name for the URL. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and name the part of it. So I'm going to go ahead and write winter sale. That is what the URL will be. Okay. And once this is done, view widgets in either checkboxes, radio buttons, label list, drop down, numeric range, whatever you want. Most people go ahead and use checkboxes, but you can also go with a drop down if you want. That's dependent on you. So once you do this, you're going to click on add filter again, and you can add as many filters as you want. You can keep going on to how many filters you want. Okay. So once you have done this, what you can do from there is you're going to come over to the settings section. So if you have the filter everything pro, you can also add a where to filter, which basically specifies pages where the posts list should be filtered is located. You can also add what to filter, which determines what exactly the posts list on a page should be filtered. Now we're going to come over to empty terms, where you can hide or not filter terms that do not contain posts. Okay, so I'm going to go with never hide, because I don't want to hide the terms for the filters. Okay, then it says show counters, which is basically a checkbox like this. So I'm going to keep the counter on. Search field, also a good title to add for yourself, because people can also use search fields, if they want to search something or filter something like a hoodie. Okay. So specify it if needed or leave empty. I'm not going to specify it. I'm just going to keep it like this. Search field placeholder. I'm going to keep it like that as well. Then we have apply button mode, where you can enable filters by clicking the apply button. Again, I'm going to keep it like this. And once you have done all of that, you're going to make sure to go through with it all over again. And if you think everything is good to go, what you can do is, yeah, you can pretty much set yourself up to go with it. Now, this is what generally your things are going to look like. So you're going to see your title. You can filter it by categories, view through checkboxes, and here's your URL prefix. So once you've gone through with that, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and publish it. Okay. So once you click on publish, it might give you some errors where it says filter prefix should have at least one alphabetic symbol. Okay. So you can add different symbols for yourself as well. So I'm going to go ahead and write that in. And obviously make sure that the correct appropriate numbers or words you add are working with each other. So once we have done that, as you can see, this filter has been set, and now the filter is updated. So once you've created a filter, you can also add filter sets for yourself, okay? And that basically means adding more filters in a, you could say, group form. And once you've done that, you can one by one go ahead and update those as well. But moving on from there, I'm also going to bring you to the filter settings. So this is the filter settings that you're going to want to go through once you have updated everything. So first of all, here are the mobile devices. You have things like collapsing filter widgets on mobile devices. So if you want to collapse the widgets and show the filters opening button, you can go ahead with this. Okay. Then we have sidebar on top, where you can try to move the sidebar to the top on mobile devices. You can also try to use AX. And we have widget colors as well. So, let's say I want to set a pinkish purple widget color. I'm going to go ahead with that. You can move over to URL variable names. Okay. So obviously I have categories for winter sale, and type is an underscore, just as an example for a URL. You can also go with experimental, but obviously those are the beta features. So you can go ahead and check them out if you want to. So, things like AX, you have appearances, you have different WooCommerce features where we can hide WooCommerce's default sorting dropdown as well. And honestly, I would definitely turn this on, because if we're using filter everything, we don't need any other filtering, you could say, feature to, block out filter everything's as features. So I'm going to keep that on. And once you keep this on, you're going to click on save changes, and that basically sets you to go. Now, what we have done is we have added a filter set for ourselves through Filter Everything. And once you go to your website, you're going to see different filters on your product page in the easiest way. We can see the stats are now up for running. You can also check if people are using it. But generally, if you come over to your website, you're going to go over to, whatever page you have. So let's say the shop page, for example. So into the shop page you go. And you can assign your basic filter section or your filter set to come to your shop page through your WooCommerce Central. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. That is how you are going to be adding filters to your product types using Filter Everything in the easiest way in a totally free format. So if you enjoyed this video, please do make sure to drop down a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll be making a whole lot more for you. Till then, that is all from me, and I'll be seeing you next time. Have a great day. Goodbye.